Stay humble, stay hungry. There is a fire inside each of us, a hunger to become more, to rise above limits, to be remembered. That fire, when guided, can create greatness. But when left unchecked, it can consume everything in its path. I learned this the hard way. There was a time when I was driven only by ambition, when all I saw were milestones, trophies, and the need to prove myself. Every victory felt like validation, every recognition like oxygen. But the higher I climbed, the more I lost sight of what grounded me. Then, one day, it hit me. I was chasing numbers, not meaning. I was chasing attention, not alignment. And I realized, ambition without humility is like fire without air. It burns bright, but never lasts. The world will always tell you to hustle harder, to grind more, to never rest until you make it. But the truth is, you do not have to lose your soul to reach your dreams. You do not have to become louder to be heard. You only need to become clearer. Stay humble. Stay hungry. That is the balance that builds legends. When you stay humble, you stay open. You keep learning. You listen. You treat every person with respect because you know that no success happens alone. When you stay hungry, you do not settle. You keep moving. You evolve. You wake up every day with the same fire that started it all. Humility keeps your feet on the ground. Hunger keeps your heart in the game. And together, they keep your spirit unbreakable. The best people I have ever met were not the loudest. They were not chasing fame. They were chasing excellence. They had this quiet confidence, the kind that does not need to shout, the kind that lets their work speak. And the more I learned, the more I realized, true greatness is never loud. It is steady. It is consistent. It is humble. So, if you are listening to this right now, and you feel unseen, underestimated, or overlooked, good, because that is where greatness begins. In silence, in solitude, in the space where no one is clapping yet. That is where you build the habits that no one sees. That is where you sharpen your craft. That is where you prove, first to yourself, that you deserve the dream. You see, humility is not weakness. It is strength under control. It is knowing what you can do, but not needing to show it every time. And hunger is not greed. It is the fire that refuses to die when life gets hard. It is that voice that says, keep going, even when the applause fades away. Stay humble enough to learn. Stay hungry enough to never stop growing. Because one day, the same people who doubted you will quote you. There comes a moment in every journey when the chase for more becomes the test of who you are. When you start achieving, when the recognition begins to come in, when people start saying your name in rooms you are not in, that is when humility is tested the most. Success does not destroy character. It reveals it. I remember when things began to change for me. Opportunities came. Doors opened. People who once ignored me started listening. It felt good. But I also noticed something dangerous. A whisper inside me saying, "You made it. You do not need to listen anymore." That voice, it is the ego dressed as confidence. It flatters you. It comforts you. But it slowly separates you from the very energy that built you. The moment you stop learning, you start declining. The higher you go, the quieter you must become. Not because you have less to say, but because wisdom speaks in calm tones. And you must protect your peace from the noise of pride. Stay grounded. Remember the days when no one believed in you. Remember the hunger that pushed you forward when no one was watching. Let that memory keep you human, because if ambition is the engine, humility is the steering wheel. Without it, you will crash no matter how fast you go. So, how do you balance both? You work as if you are still unknown. You serve as if you already have everything. You lead not to be admired, but to inspire. Because leadership is not about being in front. It is about lifting others with you. It is about reminding yourself daily that the goal was never just success. It was significance. Here is what life taught me. The greatest ones never stop being students. They keep reading. They keep asking questions. They keep surrounding themselves with people who challenge their thinking. Pride isolates. Humility connects. And when you remain humble, you attract the kind of people who help you grow. That is how you sustain success. That is how you remain relevant. That is how you keep rising, without losing your soul. Stay humble. Stay hungry. Not because it sounds good, but because it is the only way to stay alive in this journey. The fire in you needs guidance. The dream in you needs balance. Feed your ambition with faith. Ground your growth with gratitude. And remember, your humility will open more doors than your pride ever will. So, wherever you are in your journey, do not let success make you forget who you were when you started. Do not let pride rob you of the people who helped you climb. True greatness is measured not by what you achieve, but by how you treat others along the way. And when you finally reach that place you dreamed of, stay thankful, stay teachable, stay hungry for purpose, not applause, because in the end, success fades, but character remains, and the world needs fewer stars and more light. If this message found you today, subscribe to Rise Daily for more cinematic motivation like this. Like, comment, and share this video to remind others that success means nothing without humility. Thank you for being part of this journey. Keep believing, keep rising, keep becoming.